Hello, my name is Emeka Ejikeme. The topic of my dissertation is best practices for developing university graduates for the cybersecurity workforce. The management problem in this dissertation is the global lack of cybersecurity professionals. The research question in this study is, what are the best practices for preparing university graduates for the cybersecurity workforce? In this study, the literature landscape focused on the global cybersecurity workforce gap and how cybersecurity professionals are needed to protect critical and sensitive infrastructures. Then, how we can utilize university programs to better prepare and retain this most needed workforce. The theoretical lens that will be applied to this dissertation will be the 5 disciplines of learning organizations, written by Peter Senge, 1990. This theory is a part of the organizational learning theory. This theory will be used to answer the research question and possibly provide solution to the management problem. This theory is suitable for this dissertation because it encourages continuous learning and encourages also skills development. For the conceptual model of this particular dissertation, the 5 disciplines of learning organizations of Peter Senge was used. When you look at the left-hand side of this model, you will see that the 5 disciplines are all outlined: personal mastery, systems thinking, mental models, team learning, shared vision. And then this is what makes up the organizational theory of Peter Senge. So by applying this theory, we end up having in-house training and having a system for mentorship and then providing special tech for the university graduates that are coming out. So these cybersecurity university graduates, when they come out, the Peter Senge's organizational theory will be applied to them by providing them in-house training, mentorship, and giving them special tech education, which they can actually use to acquire the required skills they need to do the job. And so this gives them the opportunity to learn the skills, to cover the skill gaps that we are talking about, to solve the cybersecurity workforce shortage problem, which is actually the major thing of this dissertation. So when you look at the right-hand side of this model, you will see that at the end of the day, without the application of this conceptual model, which is based on the 5 disciplines of learning organization of Peter Senge, we will end up not implementing the organizational theory. That means no skill trained cybersecurity workforce to cover the global workforce shortage in cybersecurity. That means for us to achieve this, we have to prepare future cybersecurity professionals for them to have the required skills to cover the skill gaps that is the major problem now in cybersecurity profession worldwide. For the method of this dissertation, an evidence-based framework was used. An evidence-based framework is a system of research which actually uses materials that were primarily used in a research and then use them as evidence to actually provide solution to a management problem. So a systematic review of literature that actually contributed to the solving of a management problem. So certain literatures were selected that actually applied towards getting the management problem solved. And then a quality appraiser tool was used also, which is TEPUPAS, to actually appraise all the articles that were selected to make sure they fit in properly towards answering the research question and providing solution to the management problem. For the search strategy, 3 search strings were developed to search 5 databases. using the research question and the management problem as a guide to make sure that required articles were searched out. So at the end of the day, the search databases were OneSearch, Google Scholar, ABI, Scopus, and NIST. At the end of the day, 570 articles totally were searched out that were actually relevant to the research question and management problem after the duplicates were removed. The Prisma flowchart shows the systematic process of selecting and locating the required articles that are relevant for the systematic review. From 570, at the end of the day, 30 articles were selected, and they are showed here in this Prisma flowchart how it started and how it ended. For the quality appraisal of this dissertation, TEPUPAS was used. TEPUPAS is a quality appraisal tool that is used to appraise articles that will be applied in a systematic review. Using TEPUPAS, we actually bring out the quality of the articles to know whether actually it makes sense towards the research question or the management problem. So here, 35 articles were actually appraised with TEPUPAS. So 5 scored low and they were totally removed. Then 30 was included. Among that 30, 22 scored high, which is 73% of the 30 articles. And then 8 scored medium, which is 27% of the 30 articles included. So these 30 articles were then finally used for the systematic review to solve the research question and then possibly provide solution to the management problem. In this dissertation, using systematic review, there were several findings in the process of the research. The first finding was the importance of cybersecurity services to global business management, which is constantly in need. The incorporated knowledge of cybersecurity as a worldwide business management, which is actually crucial to modern business environments. Again, beginning early teaching cybersecurity from elementary school to high school and then moving to the university level. The other findings in this systematic review are creating an organizational cybersecurity learning environment, which is a key to a skilled cybersecurity workforce. Early development of cybersecurity skills through talent management via the collaboration with educational settings and industries. New strategies for developing and training cybersecurity workforce to close the workforce gap. Continuous improvement of the trained skills of cybersecurity workforce so that they will keep on getting the skills that is needed to be relevant in the cybersecurity workforce environment. To assess the findings in this systematic review, SQL was used. SQL is a tool that provides guidance for assessing how much confidence to place in findings from systematic review using qualitative evidence synthesis. So, applying SQL, we actually apply all the articles that were used in the systematic review and know how the articles individually contributed to the individual findings to make sure that the research question and the management problem is actually taken care of and all the articles contributed in certain measure towards finding the solution to the management problem. Thank you for listening to my presentation, and I look forward to seeing you on November 17th when I can further discuss my dissertation.